You're just out from the board meeting for NIMASA. Could you tell us a review of last year? How did NIMASA fare last year?
Well, quite a number of things happened. And these were all aimed at improving the working condition of NIMASA. The policies we laid down for security, for raising the morale of the staff through like the award night. We also had a security conference in Abuja where up to 80 countries attended, and at the same time laid the foundation for what to do against pirates. The president signed into law the anti-piracy law last year, and we are set to commence implementation with the Deep Blue project. Early this year, we had another conference, a stakeholders briefing to tell the stakeholders what Nigeria is doing in respect of the Deep Blue project, which we expect to come on board soon. And I think it was a huge success.
All right, this is 2020. What are we expecting? What areas would we see improvement? Are there areas would continue to forge ahead?
Well, in 2020, we're looking forward to improving the status of shipping in Nigeria through the cabotage system. You know, there have been lots of discussions on what to do with the cabotage fund, and the ministry has graciously approved what it will do. It will soon come on board, and I think we should begin to assist indigenous marketers to arrive at financing indigenous shipping.
Cabotage, you mentioned cabotage, sir, but you know, the issue that had to deal with, let's say, SBF, the Ship Acquisition and Shipbuilding Fund, was that a whole lot of people say that the disbursement of that fund wasn't done properly, in the sense that people who are fund managers were not allowed in. And so do we expect to see the same thing play out with the CVFF, or are we expecting something different?
This time around, banks will be involved. And because banks are going to be involved, specifically, it will not be the same again. The story was that, I wasn't there then, but the story was that some people were giving loans and they renegade on paying back payments. They didn't pay back. Now, this time around, that situation will not be available for people to collect money and then go off. It will be as if they have taken money from the bank and then they have to pay back whatever it is the loans are given.
Well, maritime education is very critical to what you're doing. And Manoran, the issue had been funding. There's the issue of delayed funding, not enough funding. I would like to know what the state is now. As chairman of NIMASA board, are you in talks with perhaps the chairman to also find a way of straightening out issues and ensuring that their fundings get to them as at when due?
Yes, Oron is now working very well. The rector has put the place in good order. Previously, the person who was there did not understand precisely what he was supposed to do. But the present man, who is a naval commodore, knows exactly what to do, and so he has, in fact, done a lot to improve the situation in Oron. Now, the issue of funding, 5% of the amount is supposed to be given every year. Now, you cannot determine what is 5% on a monthly basis. So, but he needs to work. As a result, money is given every quarter. At least by every quarter, one assures that we have arrived at a level we can guess. So 5% of that is given, not on a monthly basis, but on a quarterly basis. And every year, you make sure that he gets his 5%.
A very important one is search and rescue. You know, a lot of times we are not able to reach out to people as at when we should, especially when they are in jeopardy. I would like you to let us into what the agency is doing at the moment to ensure that search and rescue, especially of lives and of vessels, is done timely.
The agency is quite interested in search and rescue because we do not want to hear that Nigerian lives are lost through shipwreck, miscarriages of boats capsizing, and to that extent has established on a pilot basis the establishment of a voluntary force on search and rescue. To that extent, people are even trained so that they will be in a position to rescue persons that are involved in boats capsizing. Now, just last year we had about 1,000 people, and we thought, we have seen that the program was very good, even though on a voluntary basis. Now, we want to make sure that those people, the past 2 years actually, we organized that. Now the 2 years are finished, so we want to see the continuation of that program. So the same number of people, those who did very well, because they were trained. They were trained in Lagos here to participate in search and rescue operations once there was a situation of that nature. So again, NIMASA is continuing with the program to ensure that those who performed well carry on, but it is on a voluntary basis.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.